Hey y'all, welcome back or welcome. I just had to get on here real quick and make this video because there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about in terms of not getting burnt out, more so than not getting burnt out, having the motivation to keep taking calls, to keep going, to keep getting this pay by the minute money, as well as ways that you can what's the word I'm looking for? Ramp up, I think is the word. We have a lady in our Patreon. She always literally has all the words I'm looking for. And I just love it because every time we get on our live stream, I'm like, that's not the word I mean. And then she comes right through with the exact phrase or word that I'm talking about. So shout out to you, girl. And if y'all haven't checked out our Patreon, definitely check it out. We are having weekly live streams. We have lots of content on there, exclusive videos that are not on YouTube. And just a lot of great information to keep you, to get you started or keep you going as a phone operator so that you can make the most out of not only this summer, but the rest of the year. And as long as you want to do this for, because it's great income, it's life-changing income, so simple, so easy. But back to what I was talking about, it does take a little bit of switching things up to get that momentum back, as well as to personally stay motivated. So, all may or may not know, I'm a big advocate and a big practitioner of taking breaks from this when needed, especially being if you have a business on, other business outside of this, if you're a mother, me being a mother of two under two, as well as, I have a daughter as well who's growing up and needs a lot of attention just so that every day is not YouTube and TV, being engaged with her, being engaged with my partner and all, family members, all of the things that we as men and women, go through and maintain. I am a big advocate of taking breaks from this. But what I've noticed is that it can be difficult to come off of those breaks and get back into the grind, especially when things are not so tight, to where, when I first started this 6 years ago, it was a dire need for me to make income from home in this format, without having to go out into the workplace, or even, as y'all may or may not know, I was working from home for Airbnb, and that was just as bad, in my opinion, as working at a regular 9 to 5. It was just, I'm sitting in my office place at home, and it was kind of worse because it's like, at least if you make the trek to the office place, you're around people and you're getting out of the house, which is a cool aspect sometimes when it comes to the type of work that I was doing in a customer service type industry. It's kind of good to kind of gripe and complain with the coworkers because they're the only people who understand. So that wasn't really cutting it for me. I honestly forgot where I was going with that. Long story short, back when I started, I was down bad, to say the least. And it was no question of when I started making the money and I started seeing that I could make $300, $400, $500 a day, that I was going to keep doing it. And I was going to grind to reach my, overhead, to keep a roof over my head, to keep food in me and my daughter's mouth. But as time continued and, my life progressed and things did get better. And now getting back on the phone lines is sort of something that I do to reach personal goals or personal things that we may want but not necessarily need. It can be a task to, get back on the phone lines and to stay consistent with it, keep my regular customers happy, because that's one part of it. Once you gain that experience, you will have regular customers that look forward to hearing from you, that, want to spoil you and all these different things, but you have to be consistent enough to keep them happy, unless, you got them on a tight leash and they're just waiting for you to come back and they're not, going anywhere. So I do have a few of those, but some of the people who are customers, they do like consistency, and it is rewarded through, big tributes, gifts, consistent calls, consistent chats that can really be your bread and butter, of your income. But with that being said, I think one thing that has helped me is just the ability to be able to switch things up. As you guys know, you are not obligated to use your own pictures to do this work. You can literally switch things up if you want to. So say, for instance, you have been working with the model. She is white, blonde, and she's like a spoiled brat princess type. And you've been doing this for a month, a couple months, 2 months, 3 months, a couple months and 2 months is the same thing. But you've been doing it for a while and you kind of just feel drained. You're tired of playing that role. You're tired of playing that character. You're tired of the same kind of conversations that it yields. And it's kind of like it becomes a drag. Nothing is stopping you from saying, okay, I want to try out, a racially ambiguous dominatrix now, or I want to try out a black goddess worship, evil mistress. Nothing is stopping you from switching things up. And what I've found, that I've knew this, and I tell y'all this, but I have forgot this for myself. When I create a new character, it really just makes things much more brighter. Like, I'm more excited. I'm like, okay, so what's she gonna do today? Like, how is she gonna get the money? Like, who's gonna try to talk to her? Like, you're just a brand new. What? Rip me out the plastic. I am acting brand new, baby. That is the motherfucking lyric for that. So that has helped me out a lot. Like, switching up my characters, whenever I feel like it, and, trying out different fetishes, different genres, different categories, if you will, is always a good way to get new traffic, to get new people, to get more calls, to get more traction, as well as just to keep stuff fun and exciting for yourself. One big thing that I always preach, if you're in the Facebook group, or if you're in the Patreon, or if you've ever had a consultation with me one-on-one, that I preach switching things up is vital to, just everything. You don't want to get stuck in one thing, but if you are finding success in one thing, you don't want to switch it up. Multiply it. If you have found success as what's something that isn't too explicit for YouTube? If you found success in like the counseling, like being just a shoulder to lean on type sex therapist, sensual therapist genre, then go with it. But do it again with a different character, different model. Do it ×2, double it, or if you, it's a perfect example from our group. Somebody posted one of their models wasn't doing as good, and so switched it up, and they've been soaring. And, it is being able to do that is so powerful, because the possibilities are endless with this. I have so many different students that I talk to and that I work with, over 1,000 people at this point who I've helped to get into this industry. And, everybody isn't successful, but do you know why? Because this is something that I've said before, probably. Anybody can do it, but it's not for everybody. And I personally am going to work with you if you're serious about it. And, you come to me for, consultation, one-on-one coaching, and you tell me, hey, I need this, I want this. I'm going to talk to you about your story, your lifestyle, how we're going to fit this into your world, because that is what I would want someone to do for me. If I wasn't, me, and I came to someone who was me, I would, let them know, hey, I have 3 kids. This is what time I usually get up. This is what my day usually looks like. How can I fit this? How can I fit this into my schedule? What should I do when I do start to pick up traction? What should I do when I lose a little bit of traction? What are going to be the things that can make this successful for me in the long term? And I just have the expertise to know that, because I've been doing it for so long at this point, 6 years. And I've done it through the kids. I've done it through the different relationships. I've done it through the different side hustles, different businesses, starting over businesses, family emergencies, family matters. I've done it through all of that. So I'm in a good position to tell you a thing or two about how to make it sustainable for you. But I do think that it's exciting and fun if you can keep in mind that you have the ability to switch things up. You don't have to stay one character or one person. And it could be that the character that you originally chose was not a match for you, or that you just not. It may not even be the particular model or girl. Say, for example, you have someone who you started off, let's call her Ashley. So you started off with Ashley, and you started her off as maybe like a mistress, a evil queen type mistress. And she's just really mean, brutal, and harsh. But maybe, you get some traction with Ashley as an evil queen mistress. But it's not really your vibe. You find it hard to carry out the conversations. You find it hard to implement different things. You find it just difficult to hold that character, because remember, you are an actress, so you're acting, and some roles are not going to be for you. Some roles are going to be perfect for you. So say for instance, you switch Ashley up and you don't get rid of your whole mistress vibe, but you just add in addition to that, Ashley as more of a spoiled brat princess, more of somebody who's like mean, but they're not like cruel, if that makes sense. So Ashley is the same girl, same pictures, same vibes, different vibes, because now instead of having to be so harsh and mean, you could just kind of be kind of bratty, spoiled, arrogant, bougie, if you will, and all of those different things that allow you to, tap into a character that might be more in alignment with not necessarily your personality, but what you're able to portray in a model or a character. Your customers dig it. You're tapping into a different traffic flow, things like that. You have to really be creative and use your imagination. And that's one of the reasons why I say it's not for everybody, but anybody can do it, because some people just don't have that imagination. They don't have good conversation, communication. They're not creative in that realm of the mind, which is fine, because you could be very creative in other areas. You could be very imaginative in other areas. But as far as creating a whole fake persona and engaging with someone based on this fake persona to get paid by the minute, that might not be for you, and that's okay. But yeah, guys, I just had to share that with you because it is something that I've noticed within myself that just makes things easier when I switch things up, and just, always when I have a goal in mind, it becomes easier. But procrastination is real. And a lot of this also has to do with persistence. And that is something that I'm personally, challenging myself to do better at. I won't say struggling with, but I'm challenging myself to do better at persistence, which is just grinding through even when it gets tough. When the house is clean and the food is meal prepped and the nails are done and the hair is good and all of the things are in alignment, yeah, it's easy. But when things are in a frenzy a little bit, which is easily done with 3 kids and a man, it can be a bit tougher, but those are the moments when it does count the most, and you want to persevere because your goals have not changed. Until you reach them, you can't give up on your goals. So yeah, if you feel like you're struggling to get started, or if you've started and you feel like you just are in a rut, you don't know what to do, you're ready to switch things up, I'd love to, take a look at what you're currently doing, let you know what I think that you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, what you could do, a little bit better maybe. And I do have consultations available on prettypinkprofit.com. So you can let me know what time works best for you, and I will let you know what time works best for me. We can coordinate our schedules. It'll be about an hour to 45 minutes to an hour long consultation. You can still use that code Summer Funds to save 25% off anything on the website. So maybe you haven't even got started yet. The best place to start is the 6-Figure Pillow Talker Masterclass. That is the course that teaches you everything step by step, how to get started, how to earn money, how to get your first customers, which websites to use, which models to use, all of those different things. But if you're ready to, take it an extra mile and you just want kind of a little bit of more hand holding and everything done for you, I do offer profile setups where I will set up everything for you, as well as it includes the course, and you can choose the option to get that consultation with me. But for my girls who already know what it is and you just need a little help, little motivation to get on the right track, definitely book a consultation with me so I can talk with you. I can let you know what I think you need to do. And you do have the option to get the one-on-one coaching, which is the best deal on the website, especially being able to get it at 25% off. You'll get 3 consultations with me, 2 profile setups, 1 webinar of your choice for free, as well as a ton of other bonuses, and that is the one-on-one coaching, which is available on the website. Everyone that has done the one-on-one coaching with me has gone on to be very, very successful. You have access to text me any time of day or night with that, and it's just a really awesome package. So definitely go on the website, check that out. If you're struggling, So comment down below with any questions that you have, any videos you'd like for me to create. Definitely check out our Patreon if you want more exclusive content and to support the channel and everything like that. I love you guys. Make sure you love yourself, and remember, don't chase the bag. Make the bag chase you.